Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Augment Anthem. We're in this room, all the way over here, to test my theory about the new beacon jump ability actually being as powerful as I hope it is. But I mean, I'm fairly confident about this one, and if we can make it up here, obviously we can make it to that chest as well. Free that human. Hell yeah! Let's go. Nice. It's 10 humans freed. Probably not all of them. Ooh, wait, is this... I mean, let's see. I don't know how much you can affect the angle of your throw. Ooh, interesting. Maybe it's enough if you do... Oh, wait, but this is... this might not actually work unless... Oh my god. Unless you can do something like this. That would be crazy if that works. I think that should be possible. We can absolutely get the height required. We just have to actually get the perfect angle. Oh yeah, that's gonna hit the ceiling there. Wow, it's not gonna be easy, but... in theory it should work. Yeah, okay, that's hitting that. I mean, it has to be... something like this? Oh, so close. That's clearly not how you're supposed to do it, but I mean, I don't see how it wouldn't eventually work. Oh, that was super close. Oh, come on. Come on. Maybe you could do it with a bounce off the wall? No, surely not. You have to... It would have to be this way, I think. Oh. Oh no, we hit that perfect pixel. No. That's so cruel. The perfectly wrong pixel. Oh, that's way too far. No, that's also not going to be enough. Oh, come on. I'm throwing, but not in a good way. I mean, when it's throwing ever in a good way. Rarely it is. I suppose that is not true. Come on. Dude. Oh, this is... Maybe I should... I wonder. Hold on. Oh god, I don't know the controls with keyboard, though. No? Okay, which button would it be? If I were a beacon throwing button, which one would I be? Nope. G, T, Z. What? Surely it's gotta be one of these. It's not shift? Oh, wait, maybe it is? No. It's not control? It's not alt? It's not, certainly not space. It's not Y, not Z, not X, not C, V, B, N, M. M is the map, that makes sense. Escape does not close the map, what the heck? M doesn't close the map, okay. Forget about it. Oh, I was too close to the wall. So it probably is one of these buttons after all. No? Okay, F. Oh, wait, it's F. But now I cannot actually... Okay. What? This makes no sense, man. B for back? No? C to cancel. Wow. Okay, I literally cannot use the mouse to aim my beacon. I can hold the F button that primes it, but I literally cannot, I mean, nothing happens when I move the mouse, right button doesn't do anything, left button just throws. Oh man, what is this game? Okay, I guess we're back to plan A. I know this can work, we almost did it that one time, we just have to find the exact perfect pixel. Or I could literally give up on this nonsense and wait until we're supposed to be able to do it. But, I can't believe I did that again. It's crazy. How precise do you have to be to hit that exact pixel so the beacon lands on the corner and does not materialize? I only managed to do that twice before, and now I did it 2 more times. Okay. I swear I will give up on this eventually, because this is just not worth it for a red chest. I wonder if the timing of my throw, or of my jumps rather, also has a makes a difference here. Oh, come on. You know what? Okay, screw it. It's just for money. We don't care. I mean, the room is now marked as cleared, so I will never return here, but it's fine. I actually know another place where the super jump will help. Oh. Oh, this is actually... Well, it's perfect. I knew exactly where I was, by the way, and where this room was that I was trying to reach. Not. Is this anywhere? No, this is absolutely not the room that I was thinking of. Okay, so that's really lucky, actually. I'll take that, though. So... yeah, we can absolutely do this. This is exactly... okay, this is not free by any means. Actually, what I will do here is activate the healing. Oh my god, okay. Yikes. Let's heal up like this. It's really hard to gauge the kind of momentum you're getting out of this. Holy crap, man. How do you do this? Oh, okay, that would do it. Whew. That being said... Wait a second. Oh, no! How did I not notice this wall that's in the way? What? Did I not see that? Okay. I mean, can I... Seriously? I was able to jump through this in beacon form, right? You saw it. From the left side. But from the right, it's just not possible. It doesn't matter, but it's odd. Oh, right. I deactivated double jump, but I don't need it. Okay, so that's going to open that, but it's not gonna stay open until we can... Oh, I remember now. Wait. No, we can do this, because, yeah, I swear that was open at one point, and it was. But, ouch. We actually just need to step on this, which makes the drop, and then that opens up. Okay. Yeah, I swear we had a clear shot toward that maze gate at one point, and all we needed to do was navigate that section. Yeah, okay. Good. Maze gate opened. I mean, that's always nice, but it's also never crucial, I feel. Hello. Yes, I will take your money. Thank you very much. It's not a lot, but every little bit counts. Up to a point, after which no amount matters or makes any difference, but for now, we haven't reached that point, so... Gonna grab everything. Okay, that gets us back to this room, which of course... I don't remember what we needed to do here. Ah, I see. Well, we can't do anything about that now, can we? Not as far as I know. Okay, that's fine. And we're basically made our way where we wanted to be now. Where we wanted to be next. We'll activate triple jump because triple jump is nice. Okay. Melee attack actually doing something? Hello? Okay, well. Sure, just fly through the terrain, as you do. Oh, nice. Yeah, again, finishing the enemy off with a melee attack. Not that we need to, but I guess while we're here, might as well save here. could go back to Haven. Now that we have 10 humans freed, but... Oh, wow, okay. Dude, stop getting knocked around. What's happening? Oh my god, this is actually bad. Wait, am I gonna die here? Surely not. Surely not. Just allow me to heal, please? Okay, good. Thanks. that was kind of crazy. Not sure what was going on there. Just me being impatient, I suppose. Okay, we can absolutely just do this, right? Yeah. Oh, okay, I mean, it's kind of a similar situation to that other one, but here we have a much better angle. Yeah, you cannot... You can only prolong your throw, by the way, in case that wasn't clear, so... I have no control over the angle, but this is gonna work. Unlike that other time. This was much more reasonable. What the heck is going on here? What is actually going on? Are you not killable while you're tethered to whatever the heck that is? It kind of feels that way, doesn't it? Fascinating. Okay, there's one of those cores up there, I guess. Oh my god. What? Are you the enemy? You're some sort of puppeteer. Oh! Ouch. Oh, core 2 disabled. Wait. Interesting. I mean, here it just said core 2. Oh. What? Oh, okay. It just died, and all the puppets died as well. Okay, that's kind of freaky, but also... I mean, I tried shooting the big thing before, and nothing seemed to happen. It didn't seem to react. Did I need to specifically shoot its head? And I just hadn't done that before? Or maybe the hits were actually registering and I just needed to shoot it like one more time. Okay, can you not materialize in here? Okay, thankfully that was enough. Engram 7. Is there anything else? Oh, I was supposed to drop from above, I see. I see now, although it's a bit of a strange one, isn't it? The black thingy covering the secret passage. This did not completely disappear the way I assume it was supposed to. Anyway, we got everything from this room, so that's nice. Yeah. A lot of free money in this room. Okay, so it said Core 2 disabled. Coral District, what? Interesting. Hello? Yeah, so it said Core 2 disabled, not like Core 2 out of so many. So I don't know where I got the idea that there would be 3 necessarily. I think it just said Core 3 disabled when we disabled the very first one. There's a thing in the ceiling. Oh, in fact, Book 9. Enimnori challenge. Enimnori challenge. Okay. Sure. So there could theoretically be more than 3 cores, but also, where would they be at this point? I feel like we have by now seen most, if not all, of the sector at least. We haven't been able to reach everywhere, but we've at least been in every room. Pretty much. I mean, maybe not. It's kind of hard to tell, obviously. Especially when, you know, things like those cores we need to deactivate do not contribute to the room still being displayed as blue. Although they might be, I don't know. I mean, I guess I will take another look at the route leading up to the boss, just in case. I'm fairly certain we still shouldn't be able to do anything there, but you know, fairly certain is not 100% certain, and it would be kind of silly if we could actually go there And I just assumed that we couldn't... How do we get here? Drop from above. Oh, okay. I guess we've never actually been in this room, probably. Now that I think about it. Yeah, we wouldn't have been, would we? Oh, okay. And somehow I didn't realize that was such a narrow opening. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna take a very specific angle. That almost worked, too. I mean, you cannot... You can kind of see it? Kind of? Oh, that was... Yeah, that was almost it. Oh my god, well... That doesn't help. I mean, it's... Okay, from here... Maybe it's just easier that way? No, I mean... Eventually we'll get it. Could you stop doing that, though? Oh. Oh, it's so close. Come on, man. Nope. Oh, okay, sure. It worked eventually. And there's actually... Is this how we were supposed to do it? Probably, right? There's a much easier way to enter this. From over here, yep. Sure enough, we could have literally just jumped into that. But, you know, the way I did it was more impressive. I'm choosing to believe. So there. Anyway, this one is not a problem. Let's see if navigating this is going to be a problem. I mean, we literally just have to jump across that one saw blade thing. Okay. Not actually a problem, as it turns out. Intake Delta Leviathan Core, it says here. Yeah, maybe we just hadn't been to this room. I guess we'll know in a moment if this looks at all familiar. I mean, I guess, again, we couldn't have been here because otherwise we would have taken this lower exit and gone to the room we were just in. And we certainly had not been. So... Did we just not go here? Wait. Did I? Surely I went down this way. So there would have been nothing stopping me from just jumping across. Okay, maybe I just didn't do that. I just forgot that there was another path. I guess it has happened in the past. Oh, wait, okay. They're just rotating, spinning blades. There's a purple augment. Purple is useless currently, but eventually it'll not be useless, hopefully. But that definitely confirms that we had not been in this room. Guess this is pretty trivial. Well, at least we had immediately found stuff to do and things to collect in the aquifer region. Not sure if it's going to help us actually get to the boss, but, you know, we're clearing stuff. Like, this room is now officially cleared. Good. There's a block here, so I'm assuming whatever we need to do in here to make this turn gray requires handling that somehow, so... Hello. Let's intake Delta. Right, we did go down there. Wow, okay. Thankfully those things don't immediately grab you, or I would have been possibly eaten more than once this episode already. Triple jump is definitely being extremely convenient right now. No surprise there. a Leviathan core. Oh, wait. Oh, we activate... I guess we, by deactivating the cores, we are literally just opening the set of doors here. Is that where I got the idea that there would be 3 separate ones? Honestly, I'm not sure if I even made that connection before. Isn't this where we saw... It definitely is where we saw that weird thing jumping around. It's now no longer doing that. Interesting. Also, I see there is a secret compartment. Wait, could there be... No, I guess not. Yeah, up there. In that wall. But it doesn't seem to connect over to the side. Yeah, I mean, there's... Leviathan core. Or there's an energy core in the background. That opens that, but that in itself does nothing for us. Oh, that moves? Platform. Oh, it just teleports back to its starting position. That's so interesting. What does that mean? Why would it work that way? I don't know. This is really weird. Maybe we don't activate that core in the background there. Maybe we need to find another one somewhere. Where would it be, though? It's not in that... It's not in the huge room. It's not in that room with the little proboscis. It's not in that tall room. Because we've been there multiple times. Is it down there? I mean, I've also been there, but let's check again, I guess, because clearly there are plenty of things that I didn't remember and didn't actually do, even though I technically could have. Oh, yes. I see. I mean, you clearly cannot break that. Yet. Okay. Oh, wow, actually got him before he was able to complete his laser shot. Nice, double kill. Okay. Take that, enemies. We've definitely looked around here, though. I mean, there's... Yeah, there's one of those things in the wall. Okay, right. And that's also what was stopping us from going east of here. West, I mean. Interesting. But how do we even get to the other side of this in the first place? Map is saying that we're not currently on the map. Which I don't think is accurate, probably, but who knows. Okay. I mean, I see. That's just closed. Again, no visible opening mechanism for that one either. Unless that just does all of those things at the same time. Oh, no, there isn't anything up there, is there? Even if there was. Oh god, please. Was there anything up there? Not sure what that could have been. Well, there is a switch that is only temporary, so we'll need to put a block on it, because of course that might open either the way to the human cage or to that weird mechanism that we can't interact with in the bottom left. Hello, you're gonna laser me? That's fine. Nope, never mind. Once again, managed to kill him just in time. And we're not even at our maximum offensive potential. Okay, that's another temporary switch. There's the block up there. Right, okay. Yeah, certainly nothing to do in this room. And we're so close. We just need to find... It's probably just... really just a matter of finding... the final core and deactivating it. I was just looking at the map. Have I ever been to that one room? If things like, you know, switches you need to press to progress through an area are indeed not causing a room to be marked as blue. I'm not entirely sure that that's the case, but if that is the case, if that were the case, then maybe I just overlooked this room entirely? Have I been here? Let's find out. I don't think I've been here. I do not remember that. Okay. But there's also no energy core, unfortunately, so... Oh! I spoke way too soon. Core number 1 disabled. This was supposed to be core number 1? I don't know if that necessarily indicates that it was the first one we were supposed to find, right? Because where's the first one we happened to deactivate? Actually, no, I'm not so sure. And by not so sure, I mean I have absolutely no idea. We just happened to across it. Okay, never mind. We had not actually been to this nondescript room because it had been gray from the start, right? Okay. Yeah, that's tough. This is not the correct save room. Let's fix that. Okay, we actually... Oh, interesting. Oh god, you can activate the fast travel menu while initiating a fast travel. Oh, that smells like trouble. That smells like wrong warps waiting to happen. You know, some crazy stuff. I don't think this game is being played by enough people for there to really be, you know, any speedrunning research done. But who knows? Maybe some speedrunner has picked it up. This is so janky and glitchy that I can only imagine that there must be all kinds of ways to break it. In fun ways, you know. There you go. The path has opened. We actually have access. Okay, this was just a normal chest. Sure, we'll take it. We are almost up to 1,000 scrap, which is great. Okay, here we go. This is indeed a boss room. Yeah, I don't know. The shape of this room... Okay, there is actually a larger space where we probably just gonna fight the thing. I was thinking, because this forms a loop, I was thinking of things like... Oh, what's his name? Mikolash? Is that the name? In Bloodborne, right? Where you have to chase the boss around, or, you know, other kind of gimmicky fights where the arena forms a loop and you have to actually do, you know, some platforming, some traversal to catch up to the boss who keeps running from you or something like that. That might not be what's going on here. In fact, is there anything indicating... No, I'm not sure. Actually, we drop down here. Ah, we're gonna get the ability to interact with those. Okay, that's gonna help a lot. If nothing else, it's going to allow us to access the power core. Right? And that seems important. Okay. Got stuff happening here. Let's see. We probably want maximum firepower here. Because, I mean, why wouldn't we? That should not be required. Wait, drone ascent. Yeah, so definitely want a second one in there. Reconstruct protocol, I mean, the third one in there is not going to help right now at all. Drone replicate. Jump replicate. Triple jump is probably not going to help here. I mean, this is definitely not going to help. This is presumably not going to help. 2 in here will give me better damage. Yeah, we don't even need the second one in here. So we're gonna go with... wait. Gonna send high velocity bullets or... replicator. No, that's not gonna help. Let's put... drone bonus damage, ego gun bonus damage, high velocity bullets and bonus damage, high velocity bullets for the drone as well and bonus damage. That seems pretty good, doesn't it? The extra wall jump here is not going to help. We do have our double jump and better jump. Okay, and this one is not going to make a difference here, presumably. Okay, just need to remember to put everything back to roughly where it was before. But we should have our maximum firepower now. All 3 of us. Let's go. First try victory. Can't move yet. I have no idea. Greed. Do we just... Okay, we cannot hurt you. Do we... Oh, we hit those things while they are not shielded. Oh, okay. And we don't get lasered, ideally. We can shoot it from down here just fine. Theoretically, if I was able to actually aim, you know. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to be up there. We just need to kind of pay attention to where we are at the same time. Where we are and where, you know, the laser is spawning. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Wait, okay, with the horizontal one. Ran right into that one. Oh, I'm so terrible at paying attention to multiple things happening at the same time. This is not the boss fight for me. It's actually kind of the most challenging boss fight we've had so far. I'm gonna get laser here. Yeah, okay. He can now be hurt. Don't regenerate your thingies, please. And maybe go through that again. Uh-oh. Okay. That's kind of fine. Let's wait for that. And then there's the laser spawning. There's the laser spawning. Okay, don't get caught. Ooh. Get the laser soon. There it is. I'm not getting very many solid shots in here, unfortunately. There we go. Okay, never mind. He himself didn't have that much health, I guess. A generous helping of lasers. Greed defeated, yeah. I think he was a little bit greedy. That was too many lasers. Fill the tether magnet slot with a magnet augment. Tether magnet. Ah, the cipher lets the tether manipulate magnetic mechanisms. Oh, it's gonna be both those switches and also boxes? Okay. Presumably, at least. That's kind of what it looks like. Oh dear. Wait, which one is it? It's this one. It's a blue one. Okay, enables the tether to pull certain objects. Oh, you pull them. Oh, that's interesting, I guess. You pull them to your location, perhaps? But you can pick them up and carry them? Stack stunned enemies stay stunned for longer. Oh, okay. Pull blocks and switches, yes, okay. Evolved machine part magnet. Oh. Unlimited machine part attraction distance. You know, that's nice, but it's already such a huge distance that it does not matter. But sure, if we ever have enough... In fact, we already have enough. So, there. Okay, sure. I didn't realize we had 6 blue by now. But yeah, okay. Fair enough, I guess. Enables tether to pull more things. I mean, I guess it's not gonna immediately make a difference, but yeah, we pull that and then just stays active or inactive, I guess. Attach the magnet block with your tether. Oh, never mind. It does stay tethered. Okay, that's way better. I was really starting to worry there. If, you know, we literally could only like yank it to our position, that would certainly make all of those block manipulation puzzles a lot less straightforward than I thought that I hoped that they would be. I mean, also it's not actually our drone carrying this thing, but it literally just floating behind us like the drones is obviously extremely convenient. I like that. Attach with tether and then aim at the magnet block. Wait, aim at the magnet block, press and hold RT, yes. And then we drop it like that. Okay, we literally just... I guess, okay, the trade-off is that we cannot shoot while carrying the block. Because as soon as I press the shoot button, we just drop it where we stand, or where it is, rather. Okay, I mean, that's fine. It's perfectly fine, in fact. Okay, that's closed, so we're forced to interact with these new mechanics. That's very sensible. Okay, let's see here. We need to... I mean, we don't need to necessarily, but we definitely want the extended throw range here. So we take that one off, put that one in, right? Yeah. How about here? Well, we definitely want that. Don't need that. Triple jump, right? I mean, yeah, kind of want our triple jump, don't we? Reconstruct. I mean, I had that point in there, just so we'd be able to switch to it if we needed to. I guess I have had this active, because why wouldn't I? Right? Yeah, seems good so far. Right. Can still do that if we need to. Okay, awesome. Finally. I was just not expecting... Oh god, those are interesting. I was not expecting to get basically a 2-for-1 ability package. I really thought those were going to be two separate upgrades that would allow us to finally pick up the boxes and also interact with those switches, but I'm happy to be wrong here. I will open this back up just because it annoys me. If there is a locked door, even if it does not matter in the slightest, but okay. That's huge, obviously. I mean, I'm so glad that I actually decided to go back to, you know, stick around the aquifer area a little bit longer to really confirm that we could not progress here. Because, well, it turns out that we could. So, yeah, very good. I suppose the main thing that threw me off really was that... Well, first of all, I don't know where I got the idea that there would be 3... you know, things. Oh, okay. Right, that's why we need the platform moving, because we cannot actually tether up there with this thing in tow. But we don't need to. Anyway, so, okay. I don't know where I got the idea from that there would be 3 switches. I mean, that ended up being 3 or 3 cores to deactivate. Just by coincidence. Because I'm pretty sure it just said core number 3 deactivated when I deactivated the first one I came across. I might have just misremembered that or misinterpreted that as meaning, you know, 1 out of 3 or so. That seems like something my brain might do while I was not paying very close attention. So there was that, but it ended up being 3. But then, of course, we saw this thing, and I really thought that this would be one of the ones that we need to deactivate, but turns out that it's just decoration, I guess, here. And all the 3 ones that we actually needed to deactivate were out in the wild, out in the rest of the zone. Wow, at this point, what kind of ability are we even missing? I guess just climbing straight up blue walls is one thing that comes to mind. Oh, going through red lasers, actually. That's another one. And that might just be a suit upgrade, honestly. It does say water suit up there above the augment list. So possibly we might be able to upgrade our suit. Oh yeah, there's also lava, right? Which still damages us. So we might just be getting a heat-proof suit that's both waterproof and also protects us from, you know, heat sources like lasers and lava or molten metal or whatever that stuff might be. That would make a lot of sense to me. Now let's see here, 40 minutes. I mean, we have time. We actually made some massive progress finally. Finally got the thing done. I mean, obviously we can now just progress through that room down there. I mean, we should be able to get all the things and clear that, and we can obviously make our way into the war zone, which sounds lovely and absolutely something we want to do. We still don't have a clue on how to get into that pesky little room there with the pesky little unreachable save point. No clue on that one. We could also go back to Haven. I mean, let's honestly just start with that. We have some books to read. Maybe we'll just wind down a little bit after another boss victory. We might also have new dialogue with what's his face? Forge. We can restore the tree, you know. We got things to do here. We also opened a maze door, possibly even a little while ago. Okay, he doesn't have anything to say about that latest boss kill. Fine, I guess. Be that way, I suppose. Yeah, I definitely think that... I'm not sure if that was last episode or if I only... No, that must have been last episode where I've actually found and pressed that maze door button, and I just didn't go back to check for it, I think. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We're here now. Let's see here. Power station, still the same. Aquifer is at 70%, 12 out of 21, so there's still quite a bit to do there. Right. What's the one thing we were missing in the factory? I mean, I don't know. I just don't remember. It might be block related, in which case, I mean, it would be kind of cool to go back and actually 100% complete an area, but it doesn't really matter. Not so much that I necessarily want to go there right away. Let's see here. I could have just done that, I suppose. Just wrap the list around. Oh, wait. Oh, the highlighting is kind of messed up again a little bit, but it's fine. We must strengthen that which matters most. Yes. Tree revival. Oh, tree growth. Oh, freed humans 15. That's gotta be all the humans. Finally, the heart of Haven will be restored. Okay. And it kind of makes sense that, you know, as a symbolic thing, that would be the final thing you do here. Sure. Aquarium, extra housing. Let's go with the extra housing, I suppose. That sounds good. And then there was energy conduit. Okay, nice. Shouldn't Elder get more ability, more and more dialogue as we restore more of the town? I mean, he should, but I guess we still haven't done enough somehow. That connects down there. Well, we should probably just be able to do more in town in general. Okay, let's first look around. I guess we got the energy conduits that are now flashing, just making the place look more lively. I mean, yeah, it's definitely come quite a long way, and the tree has indeed regrown, but it's still dead. I mean, I don't know how that works. You don't just glue the fallen off dead branches onto a tree and then it eventually just revives. But sure, you know, let's ignore that. It would have made so much more sense to revive it first and, you know, have the little trunk in the background start sprouting some new leaves, and then have stages where it keeps expanding. Even that wouldn't make sense. Obviously, a tree of the size doesn't, you know, a tree doesn't reach this kind of size within a matter of you know, days or however much time is supposed to be passing over the course of the game. But, you know, it would make a little bit more sense than having it regrow to its full size while still completely dead and then just revive all at once. But, you know, again, details. None of that really matters. I'm just saying, you know. Are you just a normal block? You absolutely are just a normal block. Nothing to say about that, huh? Okay, do we actually do anything with him? Wait, do we? Maybe. You cannot shoot, but we can still double jump. Just fine. Surely we carry this somewhere and do something with it. Oh, wait, no we don't. Unless we need another block past this. Which, we might. Also, hey, now we officially meet this person. Even though we've already learned their name and heard them talk a little bit. Tava, that's right. Bring me something nice? Who are you? Hello, Muscles. I was wondering when you'd finally wander over. Yeah, I mean, I know, it took me a while, but... anyway. Hello? You don't remember me? All your wild and, dare I say, salacious nights don't spark... All our wild and, dare I say, salacious nights don't spark anything in your brain or elsewhere? Nights. Wait, what? Nights. Might be heard, but after what they stole from you, it's a wonder you still have all those lovely little curves. I'm Tava. And I'm Muscles? Haven't you noticed? I didn't think that six-pack was just for show, but alas, all the brawn, but none of the boldness to use what you got to its fullest of abilities. You're certainly something. I don't know why this character makes me a little bit uncomfortable, and I guess I'm not the only one, judging by Ego's reaction. Not like the others? More refined, perhaps? Unlike them, I grew up on a world that raised free spirits, not tethered to certain pestering rules, like gravity. Very pestering. Your planet didn't have gravity? Oh, it did. We just like to ignore it. You have to give a girl an... I didn't even realize you were a girl, to be quite honest. Okay, I mean, I guess the name kind of suggested, and how she's flirting with Ego, but then Ego isn't really necessarily male. I mean, I guess he's kind of... He appears more male than female, if you had to choose, but, I mean, he's a robot. I guess he's been being referred to as he, right? By Jane and the others, so, I don't know. Anyway, Tava, an alien girl. Sure. We just like to ignore it. You have to give a girl an incentive to stay if you want to hold onto her. And fiery death always chasing your civilization down isn't much of an incentive, even for us gals that like a bit of steam. Okay, you're going to have to explain that one. Intrigued you, have I? I always did love that inquisitive light in your eyes. My eyes are always glowing. And yet brighter still whenever you look at me, no? But the fire on my planet was one of a different, more lethal kind. At some point in our history, my world was knocked off its axis by a calamity, falling into a lower orbit around our star. This set the planet ablaze, but due to its 5-year revolution, half the planet faced the sun, burning into a molten stew of churning rock, while the other half would face away, a frozen dark wasteland full of death and secrets. Yet in the middle was a thin, warm temperate sliver we dubbed the Ring of Life, a twilight zone where civilization could grow. I suppose it's the story of our relationship, Muscles. All fiery passion on one side and a cold, prickly, brittle man aching for warmth on the other, but a little room to cozy up just between us. I didn't realize you were a cold, brittle man. Wow. The other story of our relationship. You were always thinking with all the wrong muscles, and I was just a sultry, misunderstood whisper in your ear, with nimble fingers. Okay. I'm a little bit confused as to how the implied kind of relationship between these two could have even physically happened, but maybe it's better the less we know, to be honest. Also, I really thought Ego was trying to be clever there and making a joke, but no, I guess not. That's just not how he operates. I'm not sure I have ears, Tava. You certainly always were a good listener, even without them. But if your ring of life was always moving, trapped between a burning or frozen death, how did your people survive? What other choice does anyone have but to survive, Muscles? We adapted, building large floating cities that could travel with the ring. Some were large and lavish, others fortresses. There were smaller yachts for the extravagantly rich, or even prison barges. And of course you had your little rusty dives equipped with nice hole-in-the-wall pubs if you were looking to slum it for a while. And which did you live on? I don't exactly take you for the type that would tolerate high society for long. You always had a keen eye, Muscles. That pretty one with the nice glow. They're both glowing, Tava. I sampled a bit of this or that. Why have the meal when you can try the buffet? You see, in a society that's always moving, resources can get scarce. Floating cities would occasionally go to war, but these wars were costly and cut both ways. The losing city would eventually get absorbed by the victor, but so would the costs in deaths and damage. So cities would often take a more pragmatic approach, hiring pirates, saboteurs, assassins, or, if they really wanted to get the job done, people who could sneak in, take what was needed, and leave no trace, like the lovely little minx before you. You were a thief? I prefer the term acquirer of really nice and shiny things. So a thief. Master thief, if you must, Muscles. I mean, better than an assassin. I was hired by this warlord or that needy community to steal this weaponizable reactor or that cache of food. I'll let your imagination choose which wanted which. But the bottom line was, I got the job done every time and got to live my best life while doing it. But you're here now, which means you must have somehow come across the anthem. What's the story there? A girl doesn't kiss and tell, Muscles, unless it's quite the kiss. Maybe once you've walked those stunning thighs over Bunker 7 a bit more, I can find it in me to loosen these lips. Sure, I guess. Always nice to see you sauntering over, but even more of a pleasure to get to watch you walk away. Don't make it too long till next time, Muscles. Ciao. Oh my god, no. I mean, it's a fascinating character, but also a bit, exhausting. You lived the adventurous life of a thief. Got any good heist stories? Planning on becoming a thief, Muscles? I can think of at least one or two good uses of those rough hands of yours. Perhaps killing robots or opening a pickle jar? Oh, a girl's going to dream about that later, but I was thinking in more practical terms. A strong guy like you would have been nice to have had along on some of the jobs I've done. Something tells me you got along just fine on your own. Yes, but sometimes it would have been nice to just break the glass and take the treasure, then perform some of the more elaborate solutions I had to come up with. Just how elaborate are we talking? Well, when this girl parties, she really does it up. The knowledge hold immediately comes to mind. It was this fancy flying fortress filled to the brim with lovely treasures. Well, if you were mostly into dusty books and data disks. The knowledge hold was originally built by monks and academics, their purpose to collect and preserve all knowledge on my world, and for whatever reason some rich fool spent a small fortune to have me go in and steal one of their precious parchments. Sounds like a pretty easy smash and grab job. What was so elaborate about it? The knowledge holders were zealots and were completely fanatical about holding onto the knowledge they managed to scrape together, hence the name. They had a small army that couldn't be bought, and sadly couldn't be charmed in the traditional sense either. You couldn't even land on the knowledge hold without offering a valuable piece for their collection, so I had to improvise. You lit their library on fire as a distraction and ran through the burning ship to get the scroll? You see? What fun we would have been together back then, Muscles. The things I could have set a spark to with you. Okay. But alas, nothing so dramatic. I disguised myself as a statue, a donation to be added to their collection. A statue? You don't think I'm a work of art, the very chiseled perfection of the goddess of old? But how did that even work? I painted my body and I posed. Okay, just like in Super Mario RPG. Classic strategy. Then I stayed very still for the better part of a day while they examined my lovely form and eventually took me into their vault. What? Really? I'm surprised that actually worked. Actually, so was I. I thought I'd get caught within minutes, in which case I was going to offer my knowledge of deception as a substitute. I had this whole even more elaborate plan B worked out and everything, but hey, standing very still just worked. For monks dedicated to knowledge, they weren't very bright. Maybe after staring at all those ancient tomes day in and day out, they were just longing for the sight of a gorgeous woman. But if you thought standing still for a day was tough, try getting arrested for 3 years. Guess the standstill statue trick didn't work on the next job, huh? I was arrested on purpose, Muscles. Parking tickets? If parking in a powerful noble's bed counts, sure. He'd pick up girls, have his fun, then whisk them away to one of the... Whisk them away? I don't think that's the proper word there, but I don't know, maybe he did whisk them away. I don't know that I want to even think about what that might mean. To one of the prison barges to cover it all up, nice and tidy. Fortunately, my mysterious benefactor paid a hefty price to have me track down one of those girls. So, zip, off to prison I went. For 3 years? Hey, it's hard to move around when you're locked up and watched all the time, even for a woman of my considerable talents. That, and I had to keep starting fights and riots each time I found I wasn't on the right barge, so they would move me. For a tin can packed to the brim with hardened criminals, it's surprisingly hard to get a mutiny going. Not like the movies at all. At least you had time to sample the food, maybe get a cool prison tattoo. Oh, several. Perhaps I'll let you come on over sometime and try to find them all. But it turns out that's exactly what I was looking for. Looing for. Okay, looking for. I eventually found one woman who was covered head to toe in strange tattoos. A map of some sort, but one without any symbols. Why did she cover herself in a map? Most humans just get a tree or some barbed wire from what I can tell. The most fascinating part was she didn't know. She came from an old surface mining ship, and it was tradition for her people to tattoo themselves that way. That tradition was lost when their ship exploded in a mining accident some years before. But I wasn't getting paid to ask, just retrieve. So, how did you get out? Another riot? I didn't think that would work for a third time, and the woman had far too many tattoos for the statue thing to work, so we just threw ourselves away. With the garbage? I guess the monks weren't very smart and the guards weren't very guard-like. It's not as easy as it sounds, Muscles, or I would have been considered top shelf. Or I wouldn't have been considered top shelf. The garbage chute had incinerators and crushers. Also a familiar motif. We had to memorize their timing, falling through at exactly the right interval, or we'd be crushed or vaporized. Then I had to remote pilot my ship while falling through mid-air, so it could catch us before we fell into the floating garbage scow and get hauled into the Ring of Life's Inferno side with the rest of the trash. After that, it was as simple as handing off the girl, getting paid, and having a much-deserved night on the town. Seriously though, I mean, 3 years in prison for a job that better paid extremely well. I kind of doubt that could ever possibly be worth it, but hey, you do you. I hope you at least showered first. Depends on what kind of night I wanted to have in which kind of town. But what happened to the tattooed woman? I don't know. I wasn't being paid to ask. Don't look at me like that, Muscles, even if I love that fiery judgmental glow in those pretty eyes. I made guarantees when I got my contract. The woman would be well taken care of. I wasn't working for slavers or body harvesters. Besides, practically any place was far better off than where she was. My cellmates snored, all 6 of them. Yikes, that sounds rough. So an ancient scroll and possibly an ancient tattooed map. Starting to see a pattern. Couple that with the unexplained coordinates etched into a floating city's reactor crystal I was sent in to retrieve during the middle of a war, and it started to become clear that my mysterious benefactor was looking for something old and highly valuable. The Anthem? Who was this person? Show me your black book, Muscles, and I'll show you mine. Show me your black book, Muscles, and I'll show you mine. More treasure hunting for me, then? Oh, do bring me back something nice and expensive, will you? Maybe a statue? If only you could stay still for that long. I'd set you up right over here, right over there, where I can just look at you. But alas, a girl just has to be left to her imagination. Ciao. No, we're still not done? Oh my god. I mean, I was thinking that we would just quickly talk to her, then look at the books, also look for the item we unlocked in the maze here, but I don't know. Should I just keep going? Sure, why not? Sure, more heists. Did you ever figure out who was pulling the strings on your heist? I certainly had my suspicions, and maybe I was sloppy in my attempts to quietly ask around because he came looking for me first. Tava, baby, where have you been this whole time? Speak of the surface devil. Marek? Hello, Marek Drinar. He gets Marek Drinar, and I just get muscles? Oh, you don't want to know what part of the body Drinar describes, Eeg, but if you thought my legs were long... Hello, Marek. I was wondering when you'd build up the courage to come crawling back after last time. Now, this is a story I have to hear. Yeah? I don't know about that. But I guess we're gonna hear it either way. Oh, the stories we could tell you, Eeg. Why, they're enough to put a little color even in your cheeks. Marek was my contact for the buyer. Whenever he needed me for a heist, he'd send this tall glass of water to work out the details. This tall glass of water? That's a nickname for Marek? Or an insult? Huh. And we worked them out, Eeg. We certainly worked them out. But how did that even work? A little more man than machine today, eh, Eeg? I knew you had a pulse in there. Let me tell you all the details. He's talking about how I was able to see you, or how the buyer could, Marek. Oh, yes. Well, not my finer moment. Not my finer moment at all. The Anthem had already chosen me long before I was even born, though I didn't know it yet. So I could see and hear Marek, who was the perfect contact for less than legal work, being completely invisible, untraceable. Okay, I was actually just wondering... I mean, at the beginning I thought all these aliens were supposed to be just from the same species, ultimately, from the same planet, but it became clear that that was not the case when they refer to their specific homeworlds being, and described them in a very specific way that didn't line up with what the others had told me. And obviously, I mean, it was ultimately confirmed beyond a doubt when Tava started, talking about her extremely specific planet. Also, obviously, they all do look different, but, then so do individuals of many different species. Either way, and, plus they seem to be wearing some sort of armor in some cases, so, yeah, anyway. But yeah, so what she just said, when she said that she worked with Marek, somehow, I wondered, I mean, were those two species in contact? Was Marek were there other aliens? Were people of Marek's race, of his species, on her planet? But I guess not. He was somehow already part of the Anthem or something, and only there as a ghost. I mean, I don't think we knew that. Which is why at first it didn't make sense, that whole little exchange didn't make sense, but apparently he was not physically there, and so it would be surprising for, people to be able to interact with him and see him. Apparently, that's how it was. The Anthem had already chosen me long before I was even born, though I didn't know it yet, so I could see and hear Marek, who was the perfect contact for less than legal work, being completely invisible, untraceable. Don't forget irresistible, Tava, dear. Should I add unfaithful while I'm at it, Marek-han? You wound me, Tava, babe. It wasn't my fault the buyer had my augment and therefore complete control of me. I suppose not, Marek, my sweet. Besides, I could never stay mad at you, not with those legs anyway. Wait, this buyer of yours could control an augment? It appeared so. He had acquired Marek's augment, probably through a sticky-fingered professional such as myself. It was a mystery at the time as to how he was able to control it, but the man was obsessed with the Anthem. It was the only treasure the man with everything could want, so he would use Marek to get me to find pieces of the map to it. Yes, but Tava here was too smart for all that. She began searching for my employer, so he decided to find her first. He sent me to accompany her on one final heist. Accompany her? How? We were to crash this fancy masquerade on an even fancier floating island estate, complete with hanging gardens. I mean, real villain vibes, Eeg. Just the Ritz, the absolute Ritz. We needed to get to the center of the estate's main ballroom. They were displaying an ornate artisan egg there for the night of the party only. Like I said, real villain stuff. Opulence poured out on excess and sprinkled with a healthy dose of decadence. And lots of pretty things to steal too, but our focus was the egg. We had to get to it and nab it from the center of a tightly packed ballroom in plain view of all the guests. Thus, I needed this handsome +1. This handsome +1. But how did that even work? When you're me, Eeg, you can get any job done, even without a body. Is it just Marek that, out of the 4 of these, just is non-corporeal. Did we know that already? I mean, I don't know. It's been a little while, I suppose, since we had our introductory talk with him. Plus, with him, you can never quite be sure how much of what he's saying is even true. Anyway, or you can just give him a holographic one. The ring chandelier in the center of the room doubled as a fancy hologram projector. This was a holographic masquerade after all, so the beautiful glowing masks were projected on all the guests' faces by the chandelier. Okay, that's certainly interesting. Hacking it and creating a fake Marek was the easy part. And the hard part? Eeg, you dog, you absolute dog. He's talking about the heist, Marek Drinar. Yes, what else would he have been talking about, man? If you say so, Tava, but I might start calling him Eeg Drinar. The real challenge came with the masks. If any guest touched another, part of their digital credentials and a piece of their mask would transfer to the other person. It was all about power and status with these people. A show of who knew who and who was building new alliances. Brought a new meaning to bumping elbows with the rich and powerful. And in some cases, if we were lucky, knocking knees. The problem before us was that any contact with another guest, even accidental, would alert the whole party to our false credentials and probably transfer a piece of Marek to the person's mask. They could only be so lucky. They could only be so lucky, if they could only be so lucky. But, you know, I only had eyes for you, Tava, my love. So, how did you get to the egg without touching anyone in a packed ballroom? We danced. Really? Sometimes, Tava, I can't tell if you're messing with me. Sometimes? More like all the time. First rule of thief school, Muscles. If you can't tell what's real and what's not, is there really a difference? Oh, Tava was the real deal, Eeg. I was there, and let me tell you, the way this woman's body moves is the stuff of true legends. For once, Marek and I agree. We danced a waltz, slipping through the crowd, carefully avoiding any contact. We had a few close calls. Yes, the one gentleman who kept trying to cut in was quite annoying. Only because he wanted to dance with me and not you, but we managed to dodge him and the others, and eventually found ourselves face to face with the egg. On Marek's next spin, I reached in to grab it. And whoosh, her hand passed right through it. It wasn't real? None of it was. We heard a slow clap as the music cut off, and right then the egg and all the guests disappeared. They were holograms projected by the chandelier. I should have guessed it in hindsight. No real person could resist a dance with me. The whole thing had been a setup, a final audition of sorts. Marek's and my employer stepped into the room quite impressed with our talents. He was Aegis, an extremely wealthy eccentric who had never shown his face in public before, until now. You must have really impressed him if he was revealing himself to you directly. Maybe, but men with as much power as Aegis don't see impressive people, just impressive means to gain more power. He explained to me how he had been sending me on all those heists to track down pieces to one final puzzle. Now he knew where it was. But he needed one final piece in order to retrieve it. You could see Marek and therefore could access the Anthem's technology. Yes. I was the key he needed to unlock the ancient ruins and bring him the final treasure. Bring him the Anthem. So, what did you tell Aegis, and what did he want the Anthem for? Come now, Eeg. Courting a lady as refined as Tava takes time and effort. You can't just cut in like that one jerk. He was a hologram, Marek dear. Nothing but photons. You hear that, Eeg? You'd better get out there and show Tava you're a real man if you want to ask her to dance. But Tava, twice now Marek and I agree. What a day. Ciao, Muscles. Marek and I have some catching up to do. Okay, wow, that was a lot. I mean, certainly an interesting set of stories. Okay, I got some more stuff. We finally unlocked this door, holy moly. And we cannot do anything here. Wow. Oh, okay. Right. Somehow I didn't even see this pressure plate, but that's nice. Okay, we have access to a green augment, which is great. We definitely have a use for that. I think that might be the only one, the only new one we unlocked. Yeah, okay, so there's still one over there. I mean, obviously then there's the door right there, although that might be open from the other side. There's that augment. Actually, there are two ciphers, rather. I mean, not augment. Obviously, I knew that at one point. Okay, well, quickly squeeze through here. Now, obviously I'll take an augment any day. And if it's one that we can actually use, even better. Okay, the only question is where do we put it? Probably just on extra damage for the drone bullets, because why not? And the alternative is bonus range, which bonus throwing range which just does not seem to work, and that's it. So yeah, but extra damage is extra damage. You'll take that. Okay. I swear, wasn't there something to do with the box? I mean, I thought so. Can I get through that? Oh no, he wants to talk too. And then there are the books. I mean, surely we're gonna save the books for next time. In fact, we're probably just gonna save everything else for next time. Oh, okay. Right. We did put a box on here. Which opens that. Right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. But we have now opened another path there. I mean, we can always just reopen this if we need to talk to Taba again. You also want to talk? Yeah, okay. I mean, wow. Whatever it is that we did to make them also talkative. Okay, Marek does not want to talk to us specifically, although we heard a lot from him just now, of course. So that works. We got our daily dose of Marek, and then some. I think we have at least like 2 new books in the library. Did I recently check here? Yeah, I guess I did. Oh, interesting. The companion cube. What was his name? Jonathan or something? What? I don't remember what card was calling him, it, whatever. Turned out to be just a normal cube, I suppose. Just a normal block. And he's still gone. I'm assuming that as soon as I reset the game world in some way, such as by saving and resetting the game state, that probably reset the block as well, for what it's worth. Because we've already seen at some point an example for a block that I had previously moved, that just reset to its original position. Okay, anyway, it's another long episode. I don't know if I should apologize for that. I guess not, really, at this point. Anyone who's still watching, obviously, is very much okay with these. And them occasionally just being a bit on the longer side. Okay, also I hadn't even checked until now, but yeah, the next enemy, it's gonna be all the way down there. That's gonna be the power station, right? We had determined. Warzone at the bottom. Power station unknown up here, or over here, and up here that's central, or I don't know. Keep forgetting, but you know, main sector, central sector, something like that. Either way, I guess, I mean, we should have the means to access the power station. At least one of the entrances to it was just blocked by one of those floating mechanism things, magnetic mechanisms, that we can now manipulate. But also, we finally have the ability to manipulate boxes, and there are so many places, obviously, all over the place, all over the game world, where we needed that. So the question, as always, with a new ability is, do we just go back and try to find as many places as we can, or as we care, to use that ability right now, or do we save that until later? I think I'm once again going to go with focusing on the main path, the next main objective first. I mean, ultimately it turns out that, yeah, I don't know. Did I even need... it's hard to say now. Did I need the beacon throw that we ultimately found just lying around at the entrance of the power station? Did we need that to ultimately reach the greed boss? Or was it just a matter of me not taking that one path? Actually, yeah, I think I just never took that one path at the top, you know, that little mushroom-shaped part of this lower room. I just never jumped across to the western exit. I think from there we might have been able to go through those rooms and find those two cores to deactivate. So, yeah, I think it was just a matter of me missing that one path and never exploring that central, also kind of mushroom-shaped room there. Because it was gray to begin with, right? So kind of in my mind, I guess I thought we had already been there when we hadn't. Yeah, I guess ultimately I probably could have cleared the aquifer on the first visit after all, but I mean, it didn't hurt that we did some more exploring. We found some nice stuff along the way. So it's all good. But yeah, presumably whenever the game, I mean, up to this point, I guess, whenever the game marked the next boss for me, that was actually where we needed to go, and we were able to reach it ultimately with whatever abilities we had at the time. So I'm assuming that that is actually the case now, and we'll just head into yeah, the power station next time. Unless I can think of something else to do. We have 200 parts. I guess we just picked up some more stuff. I think we can buy something with that, but we will do that next time. There's also, before we do any more exploring, there are 2 of the aliens to talk to, and I want to say at least 2 books to discuss. So quite a bit more, you know, story and lore. Which I think, I mean, I could save that for the end of the episode, but nah, since I'm here, I'm gonna start with it, because obviously we don't know how long that's gonna take. Yeah. Anyway. Anyway. Episode is getting longer and longer. I just babble on. Let's stop that right here. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.